Hi, I'm Jessie Lynn.
And I'm Leah.
Sit down with that bag salad.
Pull up a little bit of that concrete.
It's a curb sit.
And you're invited.
Yeah, we'll take that.
We made it to episode 2!
And we have to start off really quick by saying, what the fuck?
Actually, what the actual hell? As we're recording this, it has been a week since we recorded our first episode and a week since we posted about the fact that this was happening.
Teased. A little
It's been
teased. And that tease alone, with zero posts on the Curb Sit Pod TikTok. Leah, do you want to say?
Is it over 1,000? It's 1,040?
1,040.
Unbelievable. And the Instagram has like over 100.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thanks. We
Thank
don't
you
have a
so
profile
much.
picture yet. We actually just took them though.
Yeah.
They look really good.
We are, and I'll tell you,
I'll give you a little sneak peek.
I'm sitting on Leah's couch right now. My butt sweat will be
Forever apart.
Peter's going to come home and say, who was here? It's so moist and it smells like ass.
Ass.
Actually, speaking of, we did have to go buy this microphone. And I'm just thinking about this now. We never talked about this. I had to buy this because I forgot mine at home. And we're in New Jersey. And we went to a chain store, not to be named. And what did he say? He turned around to get a microphone. He's like, oh, what do you need? And then he goes,
said, excuse my fanny.
oh, fatty. He said
fatty?
He turns around and he goes, excuse my fatty. Fanny. He turns around. No, I'm going to demonstrate. He goes, excuse the fatty.
For those only listening and not watching, Jessie Lynn just did a full squat in front of the camera. Oh.
Excuse the fatty.
Excuse the fatty.
Yeah.
Keeping that forever.
I did love. If you're listening, which he said he would, what was his name? Zay?
Zay.
Hey,
Zai?
Zay.
Something
Hi,
with a
Zai.
Z. Thanks for being our number one fan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Our
That was really
1041st. Thank you guys so much for being here and for listening. I am hoping that we only get better and better at recording and chatting and hanging out with you guys.
I think it's going well so far. I have to also add that I was approached in the train station in a nice way, not approached in a bad way. But someone came up to me. They yelled
Which
my
is
name.
always, that could always be at the train station.
Oh, it could be anything. And so the fact that it was my first name, I was with Peter, so I was kind of like, is that Peter? But it wasn't Peter's voice. Someone goes, Leah? And he came up to me, and forgive me, I don't remember his name now. So if you're listening or watching this, I remember you, but I'm so sorry I don't remember your name. And he comes up to me, he's like, I love your videos. Like, I've been watching you guys. You and Jessie Lynn are so funny together. And he goes, the podcast? And I was like, yeah, I mean, it is like the podcast, capital T, capital P. And I was just like, oh my God, people are actually want to know about this. It's really exciting.
Yeah, it's so exciting. And we have so many fun guests coming on that you're not going to believe. We're going to have so much fun.
I'm so excited. To give you a little behind the scenes, we are in my house, as Jessie Lynn mentioned.
Mrs. Lee's humble abode.
This is my actual real life house.
Mm-hmm.
And I also I don't know that I've ever explicitly talked about this, but I do not live in New York City. I live in the suburbs. It's urban. It's not a suburb. I think that
it
this
feels
street,
suburban to me.
But Queens looks like this, or Brooklyn. Certain neighborhoods have just houses. Yeah. Right. Okay. Anyway, but so we are in my house. We're recording here. We don't yet know where we will consistently record, but this is one of them. One of the places. Yep. Here in my living room. So enjoy all my things. Maybe you can see behind Jessie Lynn my binder of. Is it in the frame? Never mind.
Oh, it's in my frame,
in this frame,
I think.
Show bill. It's all of my playbills. All of my
I actually
playbills.
really want one of those. I have hundreds of playbills.
My brother-in-law got it for me. It was so sweet. He got it
Brother-in-law.
for me for Christmas.
Brother-in-law.
I know. So crazy that I have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's going on. So anyway, we wanted to say thank you, and if you're listening to this episode, thank you for listening to a second episode.
Wow.
of this podcast.
You are
as well.
really going to witness and listen to us grow and learn so much. What you don't see behind the scenes is me learning that I have to plug in equipment in order for it to work. I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm like, Mrs. Lee, it's not working. It's not plugged in.
But now it is. All right. Are we ready to get into it? Let's do the episode.
We're going to talk history, and we're going to go over some iconic curb sits of the past
Yeah.
and show you some evidence.
Yeah. So if you're following us on all the things, you'll be seeing these with your own eyes. Let's talk about it. One of the earliest curb sits that we had was, one of the first, because the first week we were on tour, Fayetteville, we were in Fayetteville. So we weren't actually on the bus until after we had opened the show. Early on, we were all still figuring out, like, okay, what do I buy at the grocery store each time I go? What do I get for my little lunchie when I'm sitting on the curb? And Carly and I were roommates. And so we were also thinking about, okay, what are we going to have in the fridge every week to like have as like communal food for throughout the whatever. So Carly and I had a brilliant idea. We were like, let's just buy a rotisserie chicken. And not only did we buy a rotisserie chicken to bring with us from hotel to hotel and on a bus, we decided to consume this rotisserie chicken in a parking lot.
And carve it. And carve.
Yeah, precisely. So there is a video or photo or both of me and Carly absolutely crouched on a curb,
Carving
utensils in a rotisserie chicken bag.
Yeah.
Absolutely destroying it, peeling it apart, and putting it into a collapsible Tupperware to have throughout the week.
And I would say that was like perhaps the very first iconic curb sit where we were like, oh, something about this is not what humans are supposed to do.
Nobody is supposed to consume a rotisserie chicken bare in a parking lot. Mm-hmm.
And then I would like to say this wasn't on our list of iconic curb sits, but
hit it.
I do want to say we just took our profile picture photos outside. And as we were talking about what to wear, I remembered that also Carly, speaking of, took one of my favorite photos of me on tour, which was sitting in a big pink fluffy gown on a curb with a beer next to me, FaceTiming my Gen Pop boyfriend, Hot Ryan. Yeah, which was just like the most, not even iconic. It was common. It was normal every day. That's the vibe.
This is also one of the most beautiful pictures of Jessie Lynn that exists. You look like a fairy princess in Lexington, Kentucky. That was also right before like the first time the girlies all went out. That was like the first time we all went out together.
We got tacos at that really good place with Chacos.
Yes.
Really good.
That was like one of the first nights out that we had.
Yeah.
That was fun. We all got in an Uber together.
Yep.
We have like a selfie, I think, of the 5 girls. That was cute. I'm sorry. I'm just like reminiscing now. I'm just like being thrown back to nostalgia.
It's so crazy. I don't know what photo you're talking about. I don't remember it.
We were like under the lobby. Like, you know, in a hotel, they have like that like part where you drive up and it's like under an awning, not an awning, but like it's like where you pull up to park your car when you're checking into the hotel.
Yeah, that's an awning.
We were like standing underneath that.
Oh, I'd like to see that photo.
We'll put that on the Instagram too. Watch out.
It'll be the first time I see it.
Okay, so there's 2 pretty iconic curb sits.
Tell me about the birthday curb sit.
Okay.
Not ours.
Someone else's. Someone on the tour had a birthday. And I would say that this member of the cast was known for deals. Loved to use a coupon. Loved to make the most of his money. And he did. And I respect it. On the day of his birthday, we had a stop on tour, like on the road trip part of it, where we were like on our way to the next venue. We stopped for lunch in a parking lot for a curb sit.
But a good parking lot.
Yeah, there was a lot. And this was the reason that this ended up working out the way it did. He went to as many restaurants as he could to get like his birthday deal or his like birthday meal. He had something from Chili's. He had something from Starbucks. I mean, he had 5 different, maybe one of them was like Popeyes, and he had like a bucket of chicken or something. Like, So much free food or
I-
like heavily discounted food.
We waited until the last second. He
Yeah.
got on the bus to when we were like about to pull out, and
Yeah.
he sprinted up to that bus, arms full of free shit.
Oh my God. It was that was iconic. That really was something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were all sitting. So the rest of us are just sitting on the curb watching this happen. He's running back and forth
Yeah.
from store to store. Like,
Wasn't it pouring rain?
dedication. It was a rainy day, I feel like. I don't think, because we were still
Sitting on the curb.
You know what, though? We've been known to sit on a wet curb or two.
Sure. Sure.
I mean, you can't sit on the bus.
And then one of my favorite curb sits was when we were close to Ithaca, and Mrs. Lee ran away because famously Mrs. Lee did attend Ithaca College. Comes back in a tie-dye t-shirt in the most beautiful view too. Like, we were looking around at all these mountains and we were hearing about your past, and you approach in a tie-dye t-shirt that says Ithaca is gorgeous. Spelled like gorge.
Gorge.
Like the gorge.
The gorges.
Of the earth.
Of the earth. That was on our way to Elmira, I believe. Our actual tour stop was Elmira, but we stopped through Ithaca. And I feel like everyone knew that I was like obsessed with my time at college and that I was obsessed with Ithaca. But I think our company manager explicitly knew that. And also I think her sister had some sort of connection to Ithaca. So like she knew about Ithaca. So she wanted to stop in Ithaca for the lunch stop. And the parking lot was like the tour decided to stop at a Trader Joe's, which did not exist when I was there in college. That was my first time seeing the Ithaca Trader Joe's. Big news. I wish I would have had that. It was like 2 parking lots over from the Wegmans. I am famously obsessed with Wegmans. Like, would start a cult related to Wegmans. So I was not about to stop in Ithaca near the Ithaca Wegmans that I grew up with for 4 years in college, and not go to that Wegmans. So I walked perhaps a half mile. It was not, these parking lots were large. Walked from the Trader Joe's to the Wegmans to get my lunch for the lunch stop, bought a t-shirt, returned, had a curb sit in my brand new Ithaca is Gorgeous t-shirt.
Again, a normal day. That is was a common.
You would go so far if you knew that if we were stopping in a parking lot and there was like a Chipotle, but this is actually one of them. This is another one we'll talk about. But like, if you knew that there was a restaurant near-ish by, but it wasn't the parking lot that you stopped in, you would get to that restaurant. You would move hell and high water to get to that restaurant. And
you would cross a 4-lane highway and
would.
hike up a borderline hillish mountain to get to a Chipotle.
Yes, because I think we had been in like a drought of just like Walmart after Target. Like, it was just like we wanted regular food that wasn't from a grocery store, especially if the grocery store didn't have like a hot food bar. It was like, I can't eat another bag salad. I do love them.
Bag Sally with the tuna creations on top.
Bag Sally, gotta have it. Yeah. So we crossed, and it wasn't just like 2 people. It was like half the cast of the national tour of Legally Blonde crossing a 4-lane highway, climbing, spelunking up a hill to get to a Chipotle, and then doing it all back again.
And so I just want to say, if you are ever, no matter where in the country you are, if you're ever witness to 20 to 25 raggedy looking young folks in sweatpants crossing a highway, like, you never know what tour that could be.
I think about this every time I see a charter bus.
Yep.
Every time.
Yeah. I'm like, is that the cast of the Addams Family? And are you okay?
And are you well? Our bus was called the Lamoille Valley, and that was like the brand of it. And I, this year, saw my first Lamoille Valley since being on tour. I almost shed a tear. Because it was like a trauma bond.
Yeah.
It was like, I wasn't excited to see the Lamoille Valley during tour. I wasn't excited to see the work bus. Seeing it on the highway, it was like I was seeing a celebrity.
It's like driving past your college dorm room accidentally.
Yes, exactly.
It's that emotion.
Yes. Like, the memories, but also the trauma.
Yeah. What's next? Do you want to tell me about your waffle?
Let's get into it. So, what happened in my life this weekend? So I went to Long Island. My fiance's entire family is from Long Island, so I see them quite a lot. We went for his mom's birthday and had a cute little barbecue. Very adorable. My fiance's family is very into like themes, just themes. So there's always like a napkin or like a plate with like a whatever the theme is, right?
So was it birthday themed or 4th of July themed?
It was a bit of both. Yeah, we were like doing a crossover event of my mother-in-law's birthday and 4th of July. And had a great barbecue, saw all the cute little nieces and nephews, met an uncle of Peter's that I hadn't met yet, which was fun. And then we went to a winery the next day, which was very exciting for me. So we were just like absolutely chilling, drinking flight after flight of wine. It was wonderful. It was great. And we came back on Saturday and had a very chill day.
Wait, what winery?
What winery? Jason's Vineyard.
I don't know him.
Not Josh, Jason.
I'm only loyal to one J.
To one J, and it's Josh.
It's Joshua.
It's Joshua. This was a good spot, though. The wine was really good. And it's also like, I have passed a lot of judgment on Long Island in my past, I must say.
That's because you're from New Jersey.
Exactly. And Peter has said that he has passed the exact same judgment on New Jersey. So that was funny when we were getting to know each other. But it all looks completely different. I mean, technically, Queens is the island of Long Island. Like Queens and Brooklyn are part of this same island. And then you've got like the suburban parts of Long Island. But then you've got the beach. You've got the wine country. I mean, there's so much. So it just felt like we were in a different place, which was really nice. We did absolutely nothing on Saturday, which was so critical and so needed. We lead busy lives. My fiance loves to be busy. He loves to be doing things. And sometimes I just have to be like, can we just sit down right here on this couch? Please, can we just sit down? And we did. We sat down. It was so nice. And then on Sunday, this was very fun. We went with Peter's parents to the town that our wedding venue is in. And we did an appetizer crawl.
Oh, wait, I did know that.
So we basically, it was like trying to figure out where we wanted to have the rehearsal, because his parents are very generously throwing the rehearsal dinner. And so we wanted to like all decide where we wanted to eat and drink. So we tried a drink and a little app at every place that we went to and settled on where we're going to have our rehearsal dinner for one, but ate some really freaking good food. And just, I mean, I think we got there at 2 and we left at like 8:30. Like we were eating all day. It was my ideal way to spend the day.
I was just going to say that's your dream.
I love to eat.
You just love to have a snack.
I just love to have a little dish and a little taste of something.
And you like to have like specifically, I don't know, are they called crudités?
Sure.
You like little things.
It's like dunkable. There's a dip.
I was going to say, you like a handheld that's dippable.
This is true. And I had a dip. It was pickled. It was like a pickle dip. But it was like a bunch of different pickled vegetables. It wasn't pickles like cucumbers. It was like pickled peppers and pickled other things in like a creamy dip.
I'm remembering right now that Trader Joe's used to have this dip that had an absolute chokehold on us.
Oh, yes, on tour. And they don't have it anymore.
Yeah, what was it?
It was like a cauliflower jalapeno ricotta.
Well, that sounds like something that I would hate, but it was actually something that I loved
addictive.
so much.
Everyone who tried it became addicted to it, and they don't make it anymore.
I had so much of it.
I could eat a whole container of that.
I don't like jalapenos though, so maybe
it wasn't spicy though. It was just like flavor of green.
It was so good.
It was so good.
Carly, if you're listening, tell us what it was, because I think she started the craze.
Yeah, she was obsessed with it too. Yeah, so that was my waffle. I had a very chill weekend, kind of to reset after some very busy weeks. So it was nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I heard that you maybe didn't have a great time. You have a bad waffle to share.
No, that's my thing today. Well, I had an incredible weekend, and then you'll never guess what happened to me.
I'm scared.
I broke a toe in the third most embarrassing way that I've ever broken a toe. Yeah. The third most. And I'll tell you how. I walked into a wall.
No.
I myself walked my little toes into a wall. And now this toe right here is all crushed up.
What?
Yeah. And the worst part is, it's not even the worst way I've ever broken a toe. The way above that, like the number 2 most embarrassing way I've ever broken a toe, is I was doing an improvised dance in Cambridge, Massachusetts with my friend Marty Miller. The guy, girl, it's morning, girl. Time for getting all the way up. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
All right, you guys know.
So sorry.
You don't know that?
No.
Okay.
That's actually part of something I want to talk about too, actually, is that I'm not on social media these days.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a
Leah is
second.
less chronically online. But okay, well, he rolled over my foot while we were doing an improvised dance at an improvised
Rolled
dance.
over with what?
His body.
Like, like did a log roll over your
he
foot?
he just did like a knee spin, and it was right on on my foot, and so he broke like 2 of my toes.
What's the other way you've broken a toe?
I stood up out of bed.
That's really tough to hear.
I woke up. I opened my crusty little eyes. Actually, they're huge eyes.
My crusty giant eyes.
I woke up, I awakened and peeled open my American Girl doll, baby blue, gorgeous little eyes. Gorgeous giant eyes. I swung my legs over the side of my bed, and I stood up and I fell to the floor, toes broken.
What?
Yeah, it's true.
How? Okay, so I want to go back to the wall. How? What wall?
Leah, I
Where were you
walked into the
walking?
wall.
I don't get it. Where were you?
I was in my house. I was carrying something, and I just walked into the wall.
Oh my God.
And I was like, ow, ow, ow. And that's all. And then I looked down and I said, I just broke my toe.
Did you go to the doctor or you just knew? 'Cause
No.
you've broken so many toes.
I just broke.
Oh God.
I mean, the rest of the times I've broken toes, I've been like dancing or something,
Yeah.
you know? But no, just walked into the wall. So that was my day.
Oh my God.
And then my weekend was amazing.
Yes, tell me more.
I went to the Savannah Bananas.
What? Oh, the baseball.
Yes.
That
Well,
looks very
it's
cute.
banana ball.
Oh.
They
Tell
have
me
their
more.
own rules and stuff. But going to a Savannah Bananas game has been on my bucket list for years. I love banana ball because, okay, so Hot Ryan, my jump hop boyfriend, he's a baseball guy.
Yeah.
He worked doing baseball for, not performing baseball, but in the baseball
Performing
industry.
baseball.
He's
in the baseball arts. Performing
He's an
baseball
arts
is the best thing.
He was in arts management of baseball. And
Oh my God.
for a youth team, a youth league.
Yeah.
And so he loves baseball. And I've grown to love baseball as an art form, but I especially love when the baseball players dance.
When they dance.
When they're artistes
Oh
and
my
they do
God.
flips and things. And so I'm obsessed with them.
Oh my God.
And I've wanted to go to a game for so long. And while I was home in New Hampshire for the 4th of July, I was like, oh my God, I just saw on the internet they're at Fenway Park. And I was freaking out so much. My dad ended up getting me and my siblings like very last minute tickets.
Oh.
I had a blast. And I just had a blast in New Hampshire in general. I love not being in New York City
Yeah.
sometimes. It's really, really, really necessary for me as a person.
Yeah.
I mean, to be home with my family, yes, but also when I'm not performing or actively like auditioning very much or something, like just in general, it's really good for me to not be in the city.
Yeah.
It's very needed for my mental health and wellness. So it was nice. And now I feel like refreshed and ready to go back to the hustle and grind.
The hustle and bustle.
The what you said.
Yeah, that.
Exactly.
So what do the banana ball people do? They're doing a number? They're doing a dance? What's happening?
They do several dances.
Do they ever get meta and do like from High School Musical 2? I Don't Dance?
They have done some High School Musical performances.
That would
for
be
sure. No,
interesting to
they're really good at baseball.
Okay.
They're really good.
Yeah.
Banana ball, but like you can tell that these were like D1 athletes
Wow.
who played baseball who just like happened to do theater and dance, I think.
Is
and
it-
I know some kids like that when I was in high school that did
Yeah.
theater that were like, you know, the stars of our musicals, but then also, I mean,
Did
the
something-
Troy
yeah,
Boltons
yeah.
of, youth theater.
Do you is it like the Harlem Globe? Hello, is it like the Harlem Globetrotters?
That's
of
exactly right.
baseball.
That's exactly right.
I'm loving that.
Yeah.
I'm loving that. I got to meet the Harlem Globetrotters once.
What?
We were actually performing at the same event.
Tell me more about that.
The event being a NASCAR race.
When did you perform at a NASCAR
So
race?
I used to be in the USO show troupe.
Oh, I'll tell you about the
Oh.
USO show troupe.
Yeah. Oh wait, yes. Oh, we should get into this big time.
Tell me more
Yeah,
about NASCAR
yeah.
first, and then
So-
I'll tell you a little something about that.
So the USO show troupe was a performing company based with the USO, the United Service Organizations. So we would travel the country and the world performing at like parades and like singing the national anthem places and things like that. That was the vibe. And then at like military bases, et cetera, et cetera. So
Is it military affiliated?
no, it's not. It's like it is not. People would ask us that all the time. They're like, "Are you able to like board planes early because you're part of the military?" No, we were not part of the military. We were part of like one of the biggest organizations that supports the military, and like anyway, it was so there's a lot of like local programs that they would do, like drives, so that like kids of military parents could get like free prom dresses and stuff like
Okay.
that, which were so sweet and so wonderful. And performing at those was really fun. So we had like pop sets for like that kind of thing, and then we would like sing at like veterans like nursing homes and stuff, and then we would sing like Andrews Sisters and like the old school stuff. So anyway, I was singing the national anthem at was it the national anthem? Yes, we were singing the national anthem at a NASCAR race on national TV, actually. Pretty exciting stuff. And the Harlem Globetrotters were also in attendance, and so we had like the same box seats later on when we got to watch the race. So we were like hanging out eating food with the Harlem Globetrotters.
No
It was actually
offense
pretty
to
fun.
Peter, but you could have met and fallen in love with and married a Harlem Globetrotter.
Interestingly, Peter is also very into the Harlem Globetrotters. That was like such an interesting fun fact to him. He was like, "Whoa, I love the Harlem Globetrotters."
Wow.
Yeah, good times. Okay, I would like to hear about my
Yes,
favorite story of
And
yours.
thank you for providing some important context of that the USO is like the biggest supporter of the military. When I auditioned for the USO show troupe, and by the way, I think we auditioned on the same day.
We must have.
Yeah.
We
it
must
was the
have.
same time.
Did you do any of the dances? Like, did you get called back for any of the choreography?
Listen to the story and then you'll find out exactly what happened with my callbacks. But to get it, even an appointment for the USO show troupe was kind of a big deal because like the pay was really good and
Yeah.
it's kind of a sick, at least it was. It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, it
Well,
was
this
kind of
We'll put a pin in that because that's related to the work bus. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It was kind of a sick gig, and so I was really excited about it. And I go in, and we were supposed to sing either an American classic or a popular pop song.
It was both. It was one of each.
Okay. So what I did,
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I'm going to perform right to you. I walked myself into that audition, and I sat down. I didn't sit.
Sat down in a chair that was provided for me for my 1-minute monologue. Do you mind if I sit? Do you mind if I use this chair?
Here's what happened. I walked in, I gave my music to the accompanist. I gave him a little tempo. I walked to the center of the room and they go, "And what will you be singing for us today?" And I said, "I will be singing an American classic, When You're Gone by Avril Lavigne."
How did they like that?
Chat, they were silent. Imagine my surprise. Not a giggle in the room. That's funny. Objectively comedy. No one laughed.
They didn't
It's
like
not
that.
comedy for the USO show troupe. That's actually offensive. And what's worse is having to sing When You're Gone by Avril Lavigne in that
After
economy,
that.
in that setting,
Yeah.
when there's a panel of like 6 people like this.
Yeah, that's tough.
Needless to say, I did not get a call back. I did not do any of the dances. I don't think they ever wanted to see me ever again, and they didn't.
They sure didn't. Oh my God. So yeah, that was my senior year of college for myself, and you must have been then
I had
a
just
year out of
graduated,
yeah. So I was in the show troupe for 4 years, and I once got a call on the work bus. We were pulling into Lakeland, Florida.
How do you remember where we went?
Because I remember we then sat by the pool and planned the Disney trip right after that. Because
I don't think I was there.
maybe you weren't, because we didn't think you were coming to Disney.
Right.
Throwback. Okay. So I'm on the bus. We're driving to Lakeland, Florida. I get a call from the USO, ostensibly, but it turned out it was one of those like HR people who like has a script. And they essentially were like, we're so sorry to tell you that your position has been terminated. Whatever. They read me the script. They fire me. And yeah.
Thinking of Leah getting fired is hilarious.
On the work bus. Like on the work bus. But then they tell them, I mean, we had no reason why. It wasn't even like any of the people that we worked for were firing us. It was a very weird situation. But I got a severance. I got a little bit of cash money, which I then contributed to the Disney trip, which is why I remember that this was all happening at the same time, because we were planning Disney, and I was like, well, I've just come into a few $100s, so which is weak if you think about it, the fact that the severance was a few $100s, but that's the performing arts for you. Yeah, so that's just a little bit about the USO show troupe. Oh my god, it was actually a great job. I loved that job.
I would have loved
it doesn't exist. You would have been great at it.
I would have been amazing singing
because it's so
classics.
much about like hyping up the crowd too, which I feel like you would have crushed it. It would have been great. Just for reference, the American classic that I sang was God Bless America. So the difference there.
I had also prepared Walking on Sunshine in case they wanted a different American classic, but they didn't.
Oh my god, that is really something.
Famously, I also sang the national anthem for the Professional Bull Riders Association.
One of your best videos, actually. Tell us.
Well, that's the story. I sang the national anthem for the Professional Bull Riders, and they told me that they would not be putting off any explosives or fire or pyrotechnics of any kind while I was singing, and they lied. They had them explode right at the end of my last note, and it was spooky to say the least. In an arena.
You like jumped. It was very funny.
I'll insert the clip for
right here. Right here. Here it is. Are there any other talking points? I know I had something and you had something. Okay.
Well, yeah, I wrote a couple things down.
Okay.
First of all, yes, this kind of does have to go with my waffle, because while I was at the beach and I saw all the people around me, like, you know, looking how they look in New England, up in Maine. I was thinking about how New England aesthetic is kind of a trend right now, like LL Bean bags and, you know, being like coastal girl chic, coastal grandma is such a trend. And I thought about you and I was like, it's so crazy that my culture is this year's trend. And Mob Wife was just in recent history. And I wonder if people are kind of like inspired by us.
By us specifically? So funny. Mob Wife. I didn't take enough advantage of that.
No.
I actually have been in a musical called Mob Wife.
I've never heard of her.
Well, it's in workshops. It's like not an official musical. But yes, I have played a mob wife, in fact. But
you are a Jersey Italian girl.
All true.
Yeah.
All true. Everyone's obsessed with us and our two
Everyone
aesthetics.
is obsessed with us. And the other thing that I wanted to ask was just based on something that you brought up. I recently asked a group of people this question and I got some incredible answers. If you had joined a cult, or like what cult would you be most likely to join? I have several answers for myself because I famously would.
I think I have to think about it, so you go first.
Okay. Definitely Scientology.
I mean, like, so many actors are Scientologists. It wouldn't even be weird if you became a Scientologist.
Well, have I told you the story about the time that I almost went to a cult meeting that was actually sex trafficking?
No.
I was recruited by a cult not once but twice.
The same one twice?
Same one twice.
Oh my God. Okay.
Church of God the Mother. And here's what happened. The first time that they ever clocked me and I clocked them right back, brag, was I was on the train and I noticed these two girls kind of looking at me. And they were just like my age, normal looking, regular gals. And they got off the train at the same time as me. And I had my AirPods in. I was headed to a birthday party at a bar. And I was just like, you know, quickly walking out. And they kind of chased me down. And so I took my AirPods out in this bottom of the subway station, like at the stairs. And this one girl was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Have you ever heard of God the Mother?
Like just came right out and said it?
Just said that. And I thought she was saying that I looked like a celebrity. So I was like, oh my God, no. Who is that?
Oh,
like, I thought she was going to be like,
God.
oh yeah, it's this new movie. You look like the actress or something. She was like, oh my God, you haven't heard of God the Mother? I was like, no. Who is that?
No, that's such a weird way to do it.
And
I'm giving notes on the cult recruitment. Sorry.
She's like, okay. Okay, so have you heard of the Bible?
Have I ever?
I said,
oh my
God. Like the
one?
Jesus one? Like the Bible, the book? And she's like, yes. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I've heard of it. Yeah. And she's like, okay, did you like read it? Or like, are you like religious or anything? And I still at this time think she's complimenting me because I'm sick, because I'm a narcissist. I'm like, where does she think I'm like literally giving Virgin Mary?
Youthful.
She's like, yeah. Like, did you like read it or anything? Like, are you like religious? And I was like, well, I mean, I like grew up Catholic a little bit, but you know, not really. And she's like, oh, okay. Okay, so here's the thing. God the Mother is real. So you've heard of like, you know, the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Well, like the Father is God, the Son is Jesus, and the Holy Spirit is a woman.
Oh.
Like, obviously we need a woman involved. And so the thing is, she's actually alive and well and in Korea.
I was not expecting you to say that. What?
And when I tell you she's talking exactly how I'm speaking right now, like with this tone, vocal
like
fry and all.
goss, like
Yeah. She's, I mean, at the time I was probably like 25.
Oh my God.
How old am I now? 29. Yeah, this was like maybe 24, 25. And she's another 24, 25-year-old girl talking to me like this. I was like, wait, that's so crazy. What do you mean? And she's like, yes. So she's actually in Korea and you can go visit her. And you should, because, I mean, people aren't really talking about this. It's like kind of like a thing, but like the world is ending. And so if you follow the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit and you like make your way to meet Mother God and everything, and like, you know, you come and worship with us, like you'll be fine. But the world is ending, so you should probably think about that. But it's like, it's actually really not even that big of a deal. It's totally fine. But we're all super, super nice, and we love to get together and talk about Mother God and everything like that. So would you consider coming?
Oh.
And I go, yes.
Oh.
What? Yeah. I was like, wait, yeah, I would literally love to come.
Why?
Because it sounded fun.
Oh my God. Okay,
I
okay.
need to know.
Where was this location? Where was what?
This was a subway stop at the bottom of the stairs.
No, but where did you go?
Okay. So So I, at the time, was living with like 5 girls and dating 5 men. And each of them was like, you cannot go to this.
Each of the 10 of them.
They were like, you cannot go to this. I said, I literally want to think of the goss I will get at this meeting. The thing is, there was a business card that she gave me, and the address was written on the back.
Okay.
And it was like Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. This is the address. I said, I'm going to this. One of my friends looks it up.
Oh, no.
And on the website, they have listed all the meetings in New York City. This is not on there. It is also not an address that's listed as any of their venues for meetings or meeting places.
Wait, so the Mother God thing is real and the sex traffickers were like using that?
Yes. So when you look up Mother God, it actually is one of the first things to come up that there's like suspicion of sex trafficking. But they are suspected of sex trafficking young, naive, college-aged women.
No.
And I was 25.
No.
So
they think I'm young.
So they think I'm young
so
and
cute and
innocent.
young and perky.
So my skin is glowing. But yeah, that I don't know that there I couldn't find any proof of it. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
that there have been any arrests or anything, but something is going on with God the Mother.
And this happened again to you? They came for you a second time?
Well, yes, then I was on the subway like 2 years later,
Oh my God.
and I clocked these two girls looking at me, chatting with each other. I got off the subway. Okay, this was at 42nd Street. I'll never forget. And I was getting off of one side. Okay, at 42nd Street, trains approach going in the same direction on both sides of the platform. So I got off of one side because I was going to a different train. And I got off the train. These two girls followed me out. And one of them comes up to me and is like, "I'm so sorry. Can I ask you a question?" And I took out my AirPod. I'm like, "Hey, yeah, what's up?" And she goes, "Have you heard of God the Mother?" And I was like,
Oh my God.
I go, "Oh my God. I know you girls. The cult people.
Oh.
I know you. We've met." And another train approaches on the other side of the platform. The girl goes, "Come on," to her buddy.
What?
She doesn't address what I said, runs across the platform, and they get onto the opposite side of the track.
Oh my
on another train.
God.
Never responded to me. I go, "Oh," I was wicked friendly too. I was like, "Oh my God, I know you girls. We've met. The cult people."
Oh.
Yeah.
You clocked them.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But to be fair, I literally was about to go to that meeting.
I'm so glad you had so many people in your life that dissuaded you from that.
Yeah.
That's really rough.
Yeah.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
what cult will you join?
Oh, geez.
Would you ever join Scientology? Like, do you think that
No.
they could get you?
No, because here's the thing. I grew up in organized religion and am now critical of organized religion. I think I have too many thoughts and feelings about it. I wouldn't be caught up in all that. I just don't think.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. I know I'm not being fun about this. I really can't think of anything.
No,
though.
you're it's not that you're not being fun, it's that you're being yourself. You're being very level-headed, and you realistically wouldn't join a cult.
I wouldn't.
And that can be your truth.
I wouldn't.
My truth is that I would join so many.
And we would come get you. We'd come get you out of there.
Oh my God, like I've been in fitness cults. Like
Oh, yeah.
Soul Cycle. You wouldn't do
I would have gotten caught up in one of those.
Okay.
I think in an era perhaps when I hated myself a little bit more, I probably would have gotten caught up in one of those. I mean, the thing I was going to say about MLMs is that I feel like they prey on exactly the type of people that we are, which is like we're trying to scrape pennies together and get as many little gig jobs as we can. Like that's like one of the main like things that they always advertise when they're trying to get people to join an MLM is like, oh, you can make money on the side. It's a great way to make individual money and like support yourself and blah, blah, blah. Oh, great for gig workers, great for freelancers, like that kind of thing. And I definitely looked into it enough to be like, okay, what could I make money doing this? But this was also before like they were making a documentary a day about MLMs. Like,
Yeah.
I was thinking about these before the LuLaRoe thing came out. You know what I mean? Like, so
I watch a lot of cult docs though, and a lot of MLM.
I find them
and
really, really intriguing.
yeah, and almost every single one, I'm like, they could have got me. Nexium could have got me for sure.
That's so scary. That's so scary.
They wouldn't have gotten you.
No. I'm so sorry. I'm too afraid. I think that my anxiety wowould save me.
I would be like, yes, I love women. I love girl power, and I'm a boss bitch. 100%.
I would have been so skep. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what? Play this footage when I'm in a cult because I don't know. Who knows? Never say never.
Okay, well, sometimes Leah's just better than the rest of us.
No.
Comment what cult you would have joined,
Yes, I
and
wanna
make
know.
me feel better about this.
Those
yoga ones where they
Yeah.
like go out west and then they're like in this weird. I would have joined any one of them. All right, what's next?
Oh, geez. Well, okay. I wanted to talk about a book that I read. I'm finally out of a reading slump. I really was not reading for months. And then I just read Emily Henry's new book, Great Big Beautiful Life, I think it's called.
Wait. I haven't read that, no.
So I really like a lot of her stuff. I think that what's great about them is that they're romances, but they have a lot of like other inner life for the characters. Like it's not just a romance. There's also like good plot and like character development happening. I also think her prose is really good. Whatever. I'm a fan. My feelings about the book are neither here nor there. I really enjoyed it. But what I wanted to talk about was I went onto the Goodreads afterwards just to like read the reviews on it because I was curious. And you hear this like advice and like this wisdom all the time that it's like no matter what you make or what you put out there, there are going to be people who love it and people who hate it. Like, no matter what, you can't ever, like, you can't consider what people are saying about you or thinking about you, because you just have to, like, make the thing that you're going to make. You know what I mean? Like, just, like, not giving a shit about the noise of all of that. That was the theme in the book, in part. And then I'm reading all these reviews, and half of them are 5 stars and half of them are 1 star. And I was just so struck by, like, everyone takes in the exact same words on the page, but takes them completely differently. For some people, it was life-changing. They're sobbing by the end of it. Some people, they're like, that was garbage. I never want to read it again. Like, wow, she's totally, like, fallen off the deep end and jumped the shark on all her books. Like, it was the same book.
Do you think that if you had read those reviews prior to reading the book, it would have impacted?
Yes.
Okay.
I never read reviews before I read a book. I also kind of sometimes wait to read the reviews until I've, like, sat with how the book affected me too, because I really do want to form my own opinion before I start taking in others' opinions. But so I really enjoyed the book. I gave it 5 stars. I was like, that's a 5-star read for me. It made me feel things. It was a good story. It kept me reading, like, great. But I don't know. I found it really interesting. I felt like I had never really internalized that advice of, like, no matter what you do, people are going to think both ways about it. So, like, who cares?
Yeah, I have this thing about taste too, how sometimes people say, like, oh, she has terrible taste in music. And I don't think that makes much sense, because how can it be terrible if that's their taste? It's not bad taste to them. That's what they like.
Yeah.
You like what you like. Just because you liked a book doesn't mean that it's a good book or a bad book. It's different to everyone.
And then the theme in the book itself was someone talking about how, like, art is not, like, that some people think that art is only worth making if people like it, or, like, art is only worth making if X, Y, and Z. And they use this example that It's a Wonderful Life, which I never knew this, flopped.
Oh.
It's a Wonderful Life was a box office flop. It's, like, one of the most iconic Christmas movies, one of the most iconic movies, period, of all time. Like, the way that movie exists in the zeitgeist now is so different than when it was released, that it's like, okay, so had we judged it by how it was received then and scrubbed it from the record because it wasn't good, it would never have, like, been what it is now. Like, it's like, you can't judge a piece of art on how it's received. Like, it really is about the person making it for whatever reason and expressing some of their truth and their humanity. And, like, every piece of art has its audience, and, like, you want to find the people who are excited about the thing you're making, rather than trying to appeal to the masses. Like, rather than and this is, like, I just feel like such a lesson we hear in, like, our work too, is, like, don't try and be what you think you want someone to be, because then you'll kind of be nothing. Like, just be yourself and then find the niche, like, find who's excited about you. So I just feel like sometimes you hear something over and over again, but it doesn't really, like, sink in. And I felt like I was really just feeling that wisdom sink in when I was reading that book, and then the reviews. It was very interesting.
That is very inspirational.
Thanks.
I mean, it makes me think about actually the Legally Blonde National Tour, because sometimes people can be really, really, really mean.
Yeah.
Specifically about non-union tours and like what it means to be on a non-union tour and to be a non-union actor. And we're both union actors now. We are the same people, the same talent that we were a few years ago. Yeah. And some people loved the tour, and it meant everything to see the show, and they loved it so much. And then some people were just like, terrible. It was the same show. We were the same people every time. It's so weird. And I think it's also, comforting. I can still be proud of what I did. Yes. And proud of what we did. And
yes.
You know, like.
And we were proud of it. I think that's like the thing that, like, when we were, like, we really, there was a bunch of shit happening, right? Like, it was hard for its own reasons, but we had a good time and we liked the show, and, like, we wouldn't have kept doing it if we, like, you know what I mean? It's such a good point. And I think that every piece of art has its audience, and, like, when you find that audience, that's who you're doing it for, right? You know? Yeah. It's the people who saw us multiple times in multiple cities and, like, followed us on Instagram and we're always in our comments, and when, like those are the people that it's for, because that's the people it's bringing joy.
Right.
Who cares about the people that didn't like it? Then it wasn't for you.
It wasn't for you.
Yeah.
Lady in Sioux Falls at the Holiday Inn.
Oh my gosh, tell this. This is good. This is good. This is good.
This lady at the bar at this one hotel was like, "What are you guys here for? Are you like a, it's traveling group?"
Which in the moment was like, oh my God, I like, for me personally, I was like, oh, this is like what I imagined, that like people are going to talk to us and like ask us why we were here, and we would get to tell them that we were on like a national tour, whatever. But I just was so excited about this moment happening until she knew a thing or two about musical theater, and she let us know. She said, "Oh, Legally Blonde, sweetie, are you Equity?" She goes, "Oh, who do you play?" "Oh, Margot, do you have the windows?" "No windows. That's kind of like the most famous part of the beginning of that show, right? You need the windows. You need the windows for, oh my God, you guys, you got to pop out of the windows." Went on for minutes.
"No, we don't have the windows. We got."
Why does she care?
I stand right there.
Why does she care about our union status? That is none of your business.
She didn't even see the show.
That too. Oh my God. No, that was insane. She was giving notes. She was like, "You should really talk to them about that." She said at some point, she was like, "You should really like think about that."
Yeah.
Like, okay, we'll think about it. We'll let them know.
Lady in Sioux Falls, if I ever see you again.
It's on site.
I'm Equity now.
You should have told her first. She should have been the first to know.
I'll call her.
You'll let her know. Keep her updated.
Send her a letter.
Oh my God.
I'll send a letter to the Holiday Inn Express in Sioux Falls.
Oh my God. That was one of the better hotels we stayed in, actually, though.
Yeah.
Anytime we were in a Holiday Inn, that was a win. Not bad.
All right, Mrs. Lee, what did you do last week that was not related at all to mystical theater or your career in any single way that brought you joy?
I have been propagating some plants. I'm a plant girl.
I didn't even see them in this home.
Oh, I'll show you them. So we have a bunch of like pothos that I've had for years, like probably 5 years now. And every summer I take little clippings and I put them in a little thing of water and they grow their little roots. And I've just been keeping up with them. And it's very meditative. It's very peaceful. I like taking care of the plants. I like the behavior of taking care of them.
You guys can't see this, but right there's, I think it's a hand painted.
Yeah, I painted that.
A painting of a pothos.
Yes.
I love that.
We'll put a picture on the Instagram. Don't judge my painting skills.
Yep.
I'm a professional actor.
I know, it's cute.
Thanks. Yeah. So I find a lot of joy in my little taking care of plants. Peter's growing some peppers. I'm trying to grow some tomatoes. All indoors. We don't have like a garden or anything, but I would like to do that. But it's going well. They're very cute and petite. And that's what I'm doing for joy.
That's amazing.
And what are you
You're
doing
a mother.
for joy? I'm a mother.
I got an outfit
Okay.
at Abercrombie, and I don't usually buy things like clothing wise unless they really speak to me.
Yeah.
Or I feel like really confident in them. The dress that I wore today was one time where like I put that on and I was like, no, I'm obsessed with this. I'm getting it. Otherwise, it takes me a really long time to build up the courage to spend my money on clothes. I do Nuuly and I love Nuuly and I rent things every month. That feels totally different to me. But to buy something permanently, it kind of takes a lot for me to be like, I feel adorable and amazing and I have to have this. And I put on this little white skirt that was on clearance and this denim little vest that ties in the front. And I said, I feel so good in my own skin in this little outfit. I feel so cute. And I bought it right away and I spent money on it and I don't regret it at all.
That's great.
Because I love when I try something on that makes me feel really good.
Yes. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Is there a picture? Do we get to see that on the Instagram?
I'll take a little selfie
Take
for
a
you.
little mirror selfie for us. Nice. Amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else to report? Anything else we need to share with the masses?
Check back next week to see if I've bought an armoire.
Okay, that's the next thing you're on the hunt for.
Really need an armoire.
An armoire.
Yeah.
An armoire.
Anything for you?
What's happening? I'm going to Six Flags this weekend. I'm so excited. I don't know the last time I've been to Six Flags. I'm so excited. Can't wait.
That's going to be fun.
It's going to be
That's going to be
an absolute
wicked
blast.
fun.
Really excited about it.
Great. Well, Mrs. Lee, you have a lot of editing and a lot of cutting out to do on this episode. I think we should cut it off now.
All right. We'll see you next time for another Crib Sit.
Bye.
Bye.